Who would have imagined that after 10 years, the little brat I met again would become so beautiful? Did you finally figure it out? She asked as tears flowed from her eyes. A former salaryman and a former brat, their fates intertwined. A romantic comedy with an age difference. Well, let's start from the start. The next station is Fujinomiya. A boy was waiting on the train at the end of March in the warm spring light. I, Arita Suki, descended onto the station platform. It had been about 10 years since I had returned to my hometown from Kyoto. I moved to Tokyo after graduating from high school. Although I managed to join a medium-sized company in the food industry, it turned out to be an exploitative company. Without the enthusiasm of youth, I somehow endured, but I didn't even have time to return to my homeland. Half a year ago, my body collapsed due to overwork, and I took a leave of absence. The company tried to keep me, but I didn't feel like staying, so I resigned. Taking the opportunity to restart my life, I returned to my home, Fujinomiya, Shizuoka Prefecture, after about 10 years. Well, it has been 10 years, I thought to myself, looking toward some girls passing by. I wonder if those brats were okay. 10 years ago, the brats who live in the neighborhood were fond of me and always made me take care of them. One said, "You and I can wake up. Hey, don't hit me like that." This was brat number 1, Mahiru Tatsuki. She was the kind of person who acted before thinking and had zero respect for me. Another one, brat number 2, Asaki Gondiji, was the most reasonable among the 3 brats, but also treated me with zero respect. She once said, "They say that sleeping too much on your off days makes you work harder on your weekends." But the most troublesome of all the brats was the one who climbed right on top of me, saying, "Wake up already." This was Mia Hariyama, the sassiest brat who lived next door. Of course, she despised me too, or so the main character, thought. Anyway, that was my past, playing around with those children. Wow, on such a beautiful Sunday, when I think back to my life with spirited youth, I can't help but remember those brats. They made me go shopping with them. We also went to the swimming pool, and I almost got in trouble with the police because of them. In the end, I realized they caused me more trouble than I thought. But now, come to think of it, they're nostalgic memories. By the time I realized it, it was becoming too late. I had to leave quickly. As I looked toward somewhere. Come to think of it, was that the shortcut I remembered? I noticed a girl getting cornered. A man said, "Is it okay if we play a little?" But the girl replied, "Please stop." All right. The man said as he came closer. I turned on my camera. "Don't worry. It's a really fun place," I said, pretending to call the police, or at least making it look like I was complaining about the man. The man pushed me out of the way and took off. I thought to myself, it was an impromptu ritual performance, but I'm glad it worked. "Are you all right?" I asked. "Yes, you saved me." "Thank you very much," she replied. She was a breathtaking beauty. That's what I'd say about her. I could see why anyone would want to get involved with her. But then I thought, having contact with a high school stranger could lead to social death. "It seems like it's all good, so I'll be going," I said. The girl tried to stop me, but then she looked toward a wallet on the ground and picked it up. I thought about how I'd done a good thing. Even so, she was still incredibly beautiful. I didn't think that in this out-of-the-way town, there'd be such a pretty girl. Could it be that she moved here while I was away? Who could she be? As I passed by, I noticed several roads had changed. Wow, that store is gone. Hey, it looks like they've opened something new here. Well, it has been 10 years already, so something has to change, I thought. Then I noticed something and realized, oh yeah, the Hariyama house is still the same. As I looked toward the nameplate, it seemed like a surname I didn't recognize. I just went to my home, thinking 10 years and things change. As the door opened, my mother welcomed me. I greeted her too. She asked, "Is coffee okay?" "Yes," I replied. I asked about where my father was and got the reply that he was out shopping. Everything here reminded me of my childhood. It looks like this is a coffee place now, I thought. Seriously though, I understand it was difficult. "You should have come back at least for New Year's," my mother said. How was I supposed to come back with only one day off on New Year's? "I was at a company with horrible conditions," I replied. Yeah, black coffee, right?" she asked. "Of course." We thanked each other. "Now you're going to stay here, right?" "What are you going to do about work?" she asked. "Well, I don't know just yet," I said. And you haven't thought about continuing the family store business? She continued. I could do that, but I need some more time to think about it, I replied. She was a bit confused, but I got the answer, oh, it's all right. By the way, I asked, did the Hariyama family move out? Is that true? Didn't I tell you? They moved right after you left for Tokyo, she said. Really? That's why the sign there was, yes, that's right. Oh, it's a customer, she interrupted. I thought, hello, welcome, as I sipped my coffee. I asked about brat number one, Mia. Did she move? That arrogant, extroverted brat who didn't respect adults. Now that I won't be able to see her anymore, it feels a bit sad. She was 7 years old at the time, so this year should be her 3rd year of high school. She's probably grown up as a tremendous Yankee by now. The door opened, and a girl replied, no, I'm actually not a client today. A client is looking for you, she said to my mother. As I looked behind me, I recognized her. It was the girl from before, the beautiful girl. Hey, what are you doing here? I thought. I contemplated. Has this unknown high school girl been following me? Did I do something wrong? Reported social. All this ran through my mind. Startled, I said, no, it's just that at the time, I saw you were in trouble, so I did something unnecessary. I'm really sorry. Please don't report me. She couldn't understand. I don't know what you're talking about, she said as she handed me my wallet. You dropped this. Is that my wallet? I was happy I wasn't getting reported. It was maybe at that time. Yes, that's why I came here. Oh, thank you so much. You really saved me. I'm glad I was able to deliver it to you, she said. All right, I should thank you in some other way, I replied. It's okay, she said. More so, I thought as she came closer, both of us falling into an awkward silence. I wondered, what could it be? Is she asking for something? Although I didn't know why, when I looked into the girl's eyes, I felt a strange sensation, something very nostalgic or something that made me angry. Why do I feel angry? I looked at her a bit more as she turned her face away, pouting. No, actually it's nothing. Anyway, I've already handed over the wallet. So see you later, she said as the door closed and I couldn't understand, thinking, what the hell actually happened? Outside the house, in a room, she buckled herself, her big bazongas free as she undressed and got into bed. She thought, it was really him. It was really Suki. He finally came back. It's been 10 years, and he hasn't changed at all, so I recognized him right away. It seems he didn't recognize me. Now it's been 10 years, so it can't be helped. But if he really forgot me, she looked toward the roof of her house and thought, I wonder if he could look at me with different eyes than before. You know what I'm talking about. Okay, you guys aren't children, I spouted out loud. What is this? All the companies here are too good. More than 100 days of vacation a year? Is there extra pay for overtime? There's a pay raise? Just how rotten was my previous job? I wondered. No. The previous company was a white company on its face, but here I must decide calmly and without haste. I still have savings. I'm here, wait, come back. It looked like she had been coming to my parents' coffee shop. She said, welcome home. I couldn't understand anything but replied, thanks. Hey, the girl from before, why are you here? Did I do something last time? I asked. Is something wrong? You're so nervous, she said. I tried to contemplate, thinking to myself, it's just that talking to a high school student at my age makes me feel a bit awkward. I don't know how to explain it. She replied, don't be so nervous, it's okay. I thought about how she smelled so good, but retorted to myself, what am I even trying to do? By the way, what brings you here today? I asked, what brings me? Well, I'm here to have a coffee. In fact, I'm a regular, she said. I looked at her and thought, oh, I see. That's why you came. I was wondering how you knew where I lived, because the address on the license inside my wallet is different. But the surname Suki in this neighborhood, our family is the only one with it. That is true, I said. If you want, I'll buy you a coffee. This place is my home now. Come to think of it, I still haven't thanked you for finding my wallet. Come to think of it, I still haven't got your name, I said. I introduced myself first. She replied, that's a good name, and thank you. I was quite awkward, unable to understand what was happening just now. So, what's your name? I asked. What's my name? She said, coming close to me. I thought, what's this look in your eyes? It's like you're testing me. She smiled a bit and, with a finger on her lips, said, it's a secret. I couldn't understand. A secret? And what's the meaning of this? What situation is this? A fashion from Osaka, maybe? Then she said, I'll call you Yu-san. I'll call you that. Do you want to play with me? Play. I asked. Yes, it's a very easy game. Try to guess my name, she said. Guess your name? I wondered. Yes, if you guess it, I'll listen to one thing you say. Anything, whatever it may be. It looked like things were moving quite well. Anything if I win again? Yes, again. To guess my name, you'll have one chance a day to answer. How about that? She asked. He thought for a moment and said, What if I don't get it right? She pondered for a minute and replied, Well, let's say in that case, you'll have to accept the punishment. A punishment? He said, confused. Come to think of it, how do we end up like this? What's your real goal? He wondered if she was pulling his leg. She came closer, her face blushing, and said, You don't want to. The main character was blinded by her cuteness. He thought, Well, it's not like I could talk to someone this critical every day, and besides, she seems really spirited. Okay, I'll do it, he said. That's great, she exclaimed. Go ahead. They faced each other, but his mind was blank. He thought, Wait, how am I supposed to guess the name of someone I just met? It's impossible. Come to think of it, she said she's a regular here. That means my mother must know her. He glanced at his mother for an answer, but she looked away, laughing. The girl said, It's quite clear that it's not okay to ask other people on this side, you know? The main character thought, My only clue has been blocked. I have no choice but to profile her face to find a clue. He stared at her, thinking, My mother knows her as well. The staring went on for a while, but the result was, I have no idea who she is. She thought, Don't look at me so much, please. He realized this wasn't going anywhere. There's nothing left but to bet everything on a decisive move, he thought, placing a hand on his chin. She wondered if he had guessed it. Let's go ahead and listen, she said. He took a shot and said, Sarangi Madoka. She made a cute expression, but said, That is absolutely wrong. Boo, he thought. I knew that already. Where did you get that name? It's not even close, she said. Well, I thought it might be something like that. There are no clues, after all, he replied. So it's punishment time, she declared. He remembered the deal. That's right, he thought. Raise your arms, she instructed. That's perfect. Now don't move for 5 minutes, okay? She excused herself that he couldn't understand, but her fingers sprang into action, tickling him uncontrollably. He begged her to stop, but she said, Come on, it's a punishment game, so hold on. No, it's dangerous, he protested. Every tickle was a new experience of embarrassment. Her fingers danced under his armpits, and the sensation of her touch heightened his sensitivity. He thought, This isn't the time for that. She seemed to enjoy tickling him, even salivating a little. After 5 minutes, she wiped her sweat and said, Phew, I tickled so much that even I sweated a little. The water is delicious. He was on the ground, exhausted. She said, Well, I'll call it a night for today. Thanks for the invitation. He replied weakly, Yes. As she left, someone laughed. It was his mother. Sarangi Madoka, really? What a ridiculously meaningless name. He said, Sheriff, it was the best I could think of at the time. By the way, Mom, you know that girl, don't you? Yes, well, I know her. But if I told you, it wouldn't be fair. It would be cheating, don't you think? She replied. Really? What the hell? He said, exasperated. But that girl is a frequent customer. Maybe she'll be back tomorrow. Aren't you excited? Well, yes, I guess so. That makes sense. Wait, that's not it, he replied, flustered. She smiled. I'm glad you've become curious about that cute girl. No, it's the complete opposite, he protested. Excuse me, we have a customer. Wait, hold on a bit. Welcome. How many people will I be serving? He said, then thought, lately, female high school students have been everywhere. No, wait, that's not it. Could it be that she's someone I know? No, there's no way I'd know someone so beautiful. Or rather, to think that I have to guess her name without any hints. Isn't that a bit weird in the first place? He smiled, thinking, I just don't understand it all. After leaving the store, she waited a bit, then ran with all her strength. Stopping to catch her breath, huffing and puffing, she thought, What am I doing? Totally flustered and embarrassed, she reflected. That wasn't even planned. That wasn't supposed to be what I should have done. I should have just said to him, It looks like you've come back, you and I. Yeah, that's what I should have done. She thought blankly, well, this is his fault, after all. A few hours earlier at the main character's cafe, she had asked someone, does the main character remember me? As soon as he came home, he regretted ever moving. He really didn't recognize me, she thought. Unfortunately, I don't think so, someone said. A mysterious, beautiful girl returned his wallet to him. He's so hopeless. Beautiful. He said something like that, she asked. Well, I asked him what this girl looked like. He said she had brown, dyed hair, was neat and trimmed, and had a nice, gentle voice. That's when I realized he was talking about you, Mia-chan, the main character's mother said. Mia was startled. Well, it's been a while since you guys last met, so I guess in his mind, you're still the same as when you were a child. That would make sense, the mother continued. By the way, has he figured out that I'm that girl? Mia asked. No, he hasn't said anything yet, but you sure are interesting. He'd never think that Mia-chan, who used to be such a tomboy, would now become a beautiful girl. I wonder what type of reaction he'll have when he figures it out. You definitely think it'd be funny, don't you? But if possible, I also want him to recognize that I've changed. Yeah, that's true. You've changed so much from Mia-chan in the past who would stick to him, saying it over and over, the mother said. Oh yeah, back then you used to say, if there's no one who wants it, I'll take it. Mia spat out her drink, totally embarrassed. What? I said something like that. Yes, you did. It's so nostalgic. Oh, that reminds me. You said a lot more passionate things too, the mother teased. Wait a second. I think it'd be better if I don't remember those things. Mia said, even though he remembers me. He's such a dummy for not recognizing me. You can't be that thick-headed. Even so, why did I make it into a game where he has to guess my name? When I saw him, I just wanted to do something naughty like I used to, but I didn't want to do it like that. She thought about how she tickled and hugged him, getting embarrassed and flustered. Now what will I do when he figures it out? Why did I have to say such a thing? As someone whispered around her, she looked around, thinking, what am I doing? This is all his fault. Now that it's come to this, I've got to do whatever I can to make sure he doesn't guess my name. She looked at a book, a fortune-telling book, and started reading it. With this, I can do something, she thought. Looking into the past, the main character had something written on his forehead. Meat. What the hell is this? He screamed. The giggling voice came from outside his door. It was Mia-chan when she was a kid. She laughed, and he thought, this freaking child. He caught her in his arms and started tickling her. I knew it was you, Mia. That's wrong, Fuji, she laughed. What's wrong? You're the one who wrote meat on my forehead. I went out without realizing it, he said. Hey, really? Yeah, and with permanent marker on top of that. I'll make you pay until you repent, he teased. Stop. I'm sorry, she begged. It seemed this was where she got the tickling game from. He calmed down, saying, oh yeah, you're sorry, but I guess a little more wouldn't hurt. She begged, hey, not on the head. Stop, wait, my head. The main character was sleeping on a bench when someone said, we have a new customer. You seem to be sleeping very comfortably. The girl greeted him by name. Oh, you're that girl, a regular customer. I'm sure she'll come tomorrow too. You're happy, aren't you? He thought. She really came. Welcome. What would you like to have? He said. The man there, the father of the main character, took the order. Oh, and could I borrow your son for a while? She asked. Of course, as long as you want, the father replied. She thanked him, and the main character was lent to her. Well then, let's play today too. But before that, if I guess your name, then sure, I'll do whatever you ask, she said. Exactly. Tell me anything you want me to do, she said, caressing herself and giving him a tempting offer to grant any wish, he thought. What the hell? I'm going to be socially destroyed by this. You're just messing with me, right? All right. I want you to see something, she said that he was surprised. She showed him a book. That's it? He asked. Yes, fortune-telling. I've been very interested in it lately, she said. Really? So, can I give you a fortune-telling lesson? She asked. Sure, that's fine, he said. That's great, she said, reading through the book. What's your birth date? My birthday is on October 2nd. That means I'm a Libra, he said. By the way, I was born on June 25th, so I'm a Cancer, she added. It seemed she was giving hints, but the thick-headed main character didn't understand. She made a pouty face, and he said, "Hey, did I do something to upset you? Maybe my face showed that I don't believe much in this. Is that why she's upset? I have to fake more interest. Oh, here's the compatibility section. I'd like to know about that. Let me check it out," he said. "Sounds good. Let's do it," she said. I see. How's this? This is amazing. Look at this. The compatibility between a Libra boy and a Cancer girl is 90%. Two people blessed by the gods with a perfect connection in every way. As long as they overcome great difficulties together, their bond will grow even stronger. That much. Yeah, 90%. We did it, she said, making a heart symbol. He thought, the content sounds suspicious, but oh well, she looks happy, so I guess it's fine. Besides, the result is good. But destiny? I guess it's about her name. Her name is the most important personality detail about her. Until I figure it out, I won't be able to get close to her. Not that I want that kind of relationship with her. All right, since we're done talking, give me today's answer, she said. He was startled. He thought, there are no hints again. There's no way I can get it right without hints. No, wait, the sudden fortune-telling. Could this be a clue? That means something she said before contained the answer. Think, was there anything that stuck in my mind? He remembered how she called herself a Cancer and said she was born on June 25th. She said that twice. He thought, wait, she's been deliberately hiding her personal details so far. So normally she wouldn't mention her birth date either. Which means that's the hint. That's it. The key is Cancer, Crab. He ran his mind over it and said, from this, the answer is Takashi, Crab of Namazu. So, your name is Takashi Raiku. Maybe? She was even more disappointed. Wrong answer. Let me get this straight. I knew it. There weren't any clear hints this time either, which means another penalty today. Well then, excuse me, she said, getting up from her chair and coming closer. With a Sharpie in her hand, she said, wait, don't tell me. Don't worry, it's water-based, she reassured him as she drew something on his face. All right, that's it, she said. She wrote dunes on his forehead. Tell uncle and aunt that it was delicious, she added. What does that even mean? He thought at home. She lay on her bed, thinking he didn't even notice my birthday, but the compatibility between a Libra boy and a Cancer girl is 90%. Two people blessed by the gods. Okay, and if we manage to overcome obstacles like that, then, wait, what am I even thinking? It's not like that with him. But 90% compatibility, what if this isn't a mistake? She smiled, thinking that's it. I have to tell her that he's back in town. A beautiful girl with a big presence noticed a message on her phone. She picked it up and said, hello? Oh, this is Mia. Is it true that he's back? It seemed this was the second brat, Ryu Shirkumahiru. The main character was going to have more FUN at school. Mahu, Mia's childhood friend, was introduced. Ryu Shirkumahiru, my childhood friend who attended the same school along with me in Osaka. We would all play together with you and I. Among the three of us, Mahiru was the most athletic at the time, and she always dragged us along with her. Back then, 10 years have passed since then. Osaka now goes to a school in a different prefecture, so we don't get to meet up very often, but nothing has changed between Mahiru and me, so we still hang out. I see, so that's how things turned out. So he's back? Mahiru asked. Yes, and he hasn't realized who you are, Mia said. Yeah, that's right. And you've been making him play a game where he has to guess your real name? Is that correct? Mahiru asked. Why? I don't know why. That's just how things turn out, Mia replied. What do you mean, that's just how things turned out? I'm telling you, I don't know how it happened. How did things end up like this? Now that I think of it, it's his fault for not recognizing me. It's not my fault at all, Mia said. I'm not really following, but this seems to be getting complicated. All right, in that case, I'll go meet him myself. I don't have any club activities today, Mahiru said, blushing at the thought. Hold on, what are you saying? Are you even listening? Mia said, well, hold on. If he doesn't recognize me either, then we can both reveal our names together. It'd be a smooth way to reintroduce ourselves. That makes sense, Mahiru said. But wait a minute. If he does recognize that would mean he only doesn't recognize me, Mia thought, both of them in a predicament at the thought of not being recognized. Mahiru shook her head. Well, it's been a long time. It'll be fine, she said coldly. Anyway, Let's strike while the iron is hot. I'll head over there, Mahiru said. Mia tried to stop her, saying she's so fast. It'll be fine, right? At the cafe, the main character's home, they entered. There we go, done cleaning table number 3, the main character said as both of his parents were working. We're glad you're helping out here, but is the job search going okay? His father asked. It's not going great, but it's an easier way to keep calm if I stay busy, he replied. Moreover, it's not good to accept food and lodging for free, his father said. His mother had tears in her eyes. You really have become a fine adult, haven't you? I mean, I was working a real job until recently, but yeah, I know I can't stay here like this forever, he said. That's true. You know, you could always just take over the family business, right? His mother suggested. I suppose that's true. That's always an option. Let me think about it, he said. That's fine. Anyway, it's time for that girl to show up, his mother said. Oh, is it already that time? He wondered. Isn't it about time you guessed correctly about her identity? It's not like I'm getting it wrong on purpose, he said. Speaking of the devil, his mother said as someone entered, it was Mahiru. The main character was flustered, thinking, what a cute girl she is. She looked blankly at him, and he introduced her. She ran toward him as fast as she could, jumping and leaping onto him, suffocating him in her embrace. He said with a blushing, embarrassed face, Please let me go. Saw thee. What was that for? She said. I just got a bit emotional, that's all. He took a good look at her bright smile, sharp looks, short black hair, and those mischievous eyes. Mia-chan finally caught up and wondered if Mahiru had already talked to him. She's the same as she's always been, so maybe he'll recognize her. No, he's so thick-headed, he definitely won't notice. Mia reassured herself, thinking back to how flat-chested she used to be. There's no way he'd know it's her because of how much she's grown. It was frustrating for her. Maybe it'll be fine, she thought. Good afternoon, Mahiru said. Are you perhaps Mahiru? The main character asked. It seemed he recognized the second brat. The expression on Mia-chan's face was enough to tell she was upset. Back when a main character used to play with Mahiru, she punched him in a sensitive spot, and he slumped to the ground, groaning. A dirty move, he thought. Maybe I've gotten a little too strong, she said. Shirku, Maru, one of the brats I used to take care of 10 years ago, he recalled. The Mahiru from my memories had short black hair and mischievous eyes. She was good at sports and would get a tan in the summer. We shared the same hobbies, and I treated that brat like she was one of the guys. It's true that a lot about her hasn't changed, but I never expected her to turn out this attractive. Also, she's gained a bit of weight in her chest. Back in the present, he instantly remembered who she was. Are you Mahiru? He asked that Mia-chan was in a predicament. The main character's mother welcomed everyone. Just one moment. Right, hold on a second. I have a favor to ask, she said. Mahiru and the main character sat at table. Man, it's sure been a while, Mahiru. You haven't changed a lot, you know, you and I, she said. Do you think so? You haven't either, he replied. Well, besides the fact that you've gotten a lot bigger. Seriously? But it really has been a while. You never came back even once in the last 10 years. I thought you had forgotten about me, she said. There's no way I'd forgotten. There was a deep, dark reason why I couldn't come back, he said. What's with that response? She asked, a bit scared. You must be in your 3rd year of high school now, right? Are you doing any club activities? He asked. Oh yeah, I'm kind of the volleyball team captain since 6th grade, she said. Wait, captain? He asked. Yeah, basically, she said with an embarrassed smile. He closed his face with his hands. What's wrong with you? She asked. The brat girl I used to know is a team captain now, he said, tearing up. I'm not a kid anymore, you know, but you're still a kid to me. You're turning into an old man, geez, she teased. Based on your clothes, you must be going to Katai, right? He asked. Yep, today's the first day of class. I was at a summer camp until just yesterday, she said. Oh, is that so? How are Mia and Asaka doing? He asked. She stared at him. Yeah, they're totally fine. Mia goes to the same school as me, but Asaka goes to a boarding school, so we don't see her as much. I see, so that's how things turned out. Why are you curious about them? She asked. I guess it's more like I'm wondering how they ended up. Like, with Mia, I feel like she probably became a gal-type girl or something, he said, imagining. She laughed. Why are you laughing? Oh, it's nothing, she said. What's with you? I told you it's nothing, she insisted. Whoops, hold on a second. I just got a message. Meet me at the Avon Mall McDonald's, she read.